Hey guys, so it is time here to check out the Galaxy S5 here versus the Sony Xperia Z2, which is two new devices here, flagship devices from Sony and Samsung for this year of 2014. The Sony Xperia Z2 is basically an upgrade to the Sony Xperia Z1, a slight bump on the processor and on the in the camera department. You can like record a 4K video. I also think it has 1 GB of extra RAM. I did a video going over that, but the key thing here is a better display. That it will feature an IPS display, same as like the Sony Xperia Z Ultra, which is some good stuff. And I'm probably maybe gonna do a video today comparing the Z Ultra's display compared to the Sony Xperia Z1, and you will be able to see a big difference there. But that's some nice stuff. And then we do have, of course, the brand new Galaxy S5 that we do have over here, and you can see it comes out in a bunch of different colors, has this dotted pattern which some people think it looks like a band-aid. So it will come out in a blue, black, and gold and white color editions here in the beginning. So let's go over and check them out here, compare them. So first, 163 grams, a little bit heavier, the Sony Xperia Z2. Both have a pretty interesting dust and water resistance little thing here, which is pretty cool. IP67 versus IP58 here on the Sony Xperia Z2, and they both seem to be over 1 meter 30 minutes. But from what I've heard, IP58 should be better, but some other guy can confirm that. They are almost the same thickness. The S5 is a little bit thinner here, 8.1 millimeters versus 8.2. Fingerprint sensor on the S5 that looks extremely cool and nice, and they've taken that from Apple, of course. And then we do get both these displays here, IPS LCD versus AMOLED. Both are pretty okay displays. I do prefer the AMOLED displays with better viewing angles, but the IPS LCD display here is way better than what Sony have used on the Sony Xperia Z and the C1. 5.2 inches, both have 1080p displays, but the Z2 here is a little bit bigger, 5.2 inches versus 5.1 inches. Pretty random here that Samsung went with 5.1 inches instead of 5.2. I'm not really sure why. If we move down here, both have an SD card option, and then here, pretty interesting, you get 1 GB of extra RAM on the Z2, but it's only available here. Wow, this is bad if it's true. It's only available in a 16 GB variant. While the Samsung S5 here is available in 16 32 GB variants. I do remember that the Note 3 was only available almost like in 32 GB variant, so I'm not sure why they have a like 16 GB variant again, because 16 GB is not that much, especially not with games are just getting bigger and bigger. The Sony Xperia Z2 definitely has some interesting things here. With the 20 megapixel camera here, same as like on the Z1, Z Ultra, and all those, versus only a 16 megapixel camera here on the S5, but still an upgrade to the S4's 30 megapixel camera, which is nice there. Both have 2K resolution, 30 frames per second video recording. But then again, on the S5 you also get 1080p at 60 frames per second. Here you only seem to be getting it at 30 frames per second on the Z2. Both have, of course, the latest Android 4.2 KitKat out of the box. Both have the same kind of chipset here, Snapdragon 801, which is an upgrade from the Snapdragon 800. So you will be able to clock this one higher, 2.5 gigahertz instead of 2.3 GHz, the Snapdragon 800 was on. Now on this specs page here, we do know confirmed that the S5 has 2.5 GHz quad, but it's saying here 2.3 GHz quad on the Z2. I'm not really sure if that's the case, but same GPU, Adreno 330 we saw like in the Note 3 and all those, which is a good gaming GPU at the moment. And also in terms of battery life, you get a way higher battery life here on the Z2, actually 3200 milliamps versus 2800 milliamps. 2800 milliamps is a step up from the S4's 2600 milliamps, which is nice, but the Z2 here really seems to be having and coming here with a very nice battery. It has a little bit bigger display and bigger form factor, so they will be able to stuff that in as well, probably in that bump that you see down there. So yeah, pretty cool. Which one is your favorite? I don't have any of these devices because they're not out on the market at the moment, but both are pretty interesting devices that I might check out. So yeah, quick video. Peace out.